it's criticizing things that you have no idea what they really are. I invite them to come and be here for a month or two and understand the whole situation, and then make their own decisions about BDS.
Right now, currently in Israel, the situation that we face is that Jews and Arabs don't mix unless it's a checkpoint or something like that. Somebody has to really go out of their way to meet the other side.
Death threats should be taken seriously. Never, never, never. If somebody threatens your life, then that's no joke.
Samen met Alexander Blom, programmamaker, en Alina Griachenko reis ik door Israël. In het onderzoeksprogramma Israël in Focus bezoeken we plaatsen die bijna dagelijks in het nieuws komen. Zogeheten nieuwsfeiten waar iedereen wel een mening over heeft. Ga met ons mee op zoek naar het menselijke verhaal achter de krantenkoppen. In het nieuws hoor je vaak over het Israëlisch-Palestijns conflict. Joden zijn boos op Arabieren en vice versa. En dat zou je bijna de indruk geven dat Joden en Arabieren helemaal niet met elkaar praten. Nu hebben we vandaag een ontmoeting met twee mensen. Één Joods, één Arabisch. En de Joodse vrouw die kennen we van de vorige Israël in Focus serie. Dat is Kay Wilson. Zij is een overlevende van een terreuraanslag. Vorige keer heeft ze daarover verteld wat zij heeft meegemaakt en hoe zij haar leven nu leidt. En zij heeft een hele goede vriend, Yahya. Yahya is een Arabische jongen. Ze gaan ook heel vaak wandelen, hiken samen in de woestijn. Dat gaan we vandaag dus ook doen. Er zijn periodes dat de kranten vol staan van nieuws uit Israël. Aanslagen, demonstraties, apartheid, bezetting. Het zou de indruk kunnen wekken dat Joden en Palestijnen vijanden zijn die nooit contact met elkaar hebben. De realiteit in Israël is genuanceerder. Er is sprake van veel samenwerking en ook vriendschappen. Daarvan zijn Kay en Yahya een bijzonder voorbeeld. Yahya is een Israëlische Arabier die opgegroeid is in al-Fahim, een stad in Israël. Zijn oma woont in een Palestijns vluchtelingenkamp. Kay Wilson hebben we in 2016 voor het eerst ontmoet. Toen vertelde ze over de terroristische aanslag die zij heeft overleefd. Kay en haar vriendin Christine Luken werden in een bos vlakbij Jeruzalem aangevallen door 2 Palestijnse terroristen. Christine werd met tientallen messteken om het leven gebracht. Kay overleefde de aanslag, wonder boven wonder. Maar ze moet nog elke dag leven met de gevolgen. Inmiddels heeft Kay haar naam veranderd naar Tal, een typisch Joodse naam. Daarmee wilde ze breken met de herinnering aan de aanslag die ook verbonden is aan haar naam. Ze heeft 7 jaar in Arad gewoond, een stad in de woestijn, omdat ze de rust nodig had om te gaan met haar trauma. Nu woont ze dichter bij Jeruzalem, maar de woestijn heeft nog steeds een grote aantrekkingskracht. Ook voor Yahya is het een plek die heel speciaal is. Tijdens zijn training in het Israëlische leger deden ze vaak hier oefeningen. Het is ook een van de favoriete plekken van Yahya en Tal om te gaan hiken. Ik denk dat ze er nog niet zijn. Tenminste, ik zie geen mensen hier. Hello.
Hey,
good
morning. How are you? Hey.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for today.
Ken, us too. It's going to be great. Come on, bitches. Come and say hello.
Hey, good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Good
Sarah.
morning. Nice to meet you. I'm Yahya.
This is Alex. This is Alina.
Alex and Alina, hello.
So we will spend the day together, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Looking forward.
Straks terug naar Kay en Yahya en hun bijzondere vriendschap. De relatie tussen Joden en Arabieren ligt onder een vergrootglas, zeker op de westelijke Jordaanoever. Veel Palestijnen werken daar in Joodse fabrieken en producten uit die regio zijn omstreden. In de afgelopen jaren is er regelmatig discussie geweest, debat in de Tweede Kamer over producten uit de bezette westelijke Jordaanoever, zoals dat wordt genoemd, of Judea en Samaria, zoals andere mensen dat weer noemen. Er werd gedebatteerd over de etikettering van die producten. Wat moet je precies op het etiket zetten? Mag je erop zetten Made in Israël of mag dat juist niet? Daar ging het gesprek over. En dat hele gedoe heeft een heleboel media-aandacht gekregen, ook aandacht in de pers. Voor ons reden genoeg om die kant op te rijden. We rijden nu naar Ariel, een stad in Samaria, waar ook een groot industrieterrein is met veel bedrijven, waar heel veel Palestijnen ook te werk worden gesteld. We gaan praten met de bedrijfsleider van een van die fabrieken. En we gaan hem vragen waarom hij specifiek op die plek zijn fabriek heeft. Een plek die toch wordt gezien door de internationale gemeenschap als zijnde bezet gebied en eigendom van een toekomstige Palestijnse staat. En we gaan natuurlijk ook vragen hoe het is voor de Palestijnen om daar te werken.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You're Yotam, huh?
Yeah. How are
I'm
you?
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Busy time here?
Yeah, very busy time. It's the Israeli New Year, Jewish New Year.
Yeah.
So a lot of work going on, and we're always busy.
Yeah, and it says here a piece of cake. What kind of company do you have?
The company's called Antikovich. We produce cakes and cookies for all over Israel, and we export to Europe, the United States, Canada, all over the world. Let's go inside.
Yeah. So what's this area?
This is our warehouse. This
Yeah.
is where we collect all the items that we produce.
Yeah.
And we put them all on pallets, and then we send them out to Israel. As you can see here,
Yeah.
there's a pallet being made, closed, and then we send them out with our trucks.
Yeah. And it's all different kind of cookies.
Yeah,
Every
everything from
sort
everything.
of cookie.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a big warehouse, I
Yeah,
think,
it's not big enough.
It's not big enough? So you're planning to build more?
Yeah, but there's not enough areas here in this
No?
place. No, I need another 3,000, 4,000 meters, and it's impossible to find.
Maybe make
Everybody,
it higher.
that's what I've been doing, but it's not enough.
No?
I mean, there's so many people that want to move here to work and to build factories, and we're just not allowed to expand our factories or to build them here because of political things.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's criticizing things that you have no idea what they really are. I invite them to come and be here for a month or two and understand the whole situation, and then make their own decisions about BDS.
Nou, we zijn klaar met alles. Ik ga...
Alles goed. Alles goed.
And you brought the dogs also, huh?
Yeah, better.
Yeah. What
They're
are their
part
names
of the
again?
family. Munchkin and Sheba.
Munchkin and Sheba. The small one is Munchkin?
Yes.
Hello, Munchkin. So, where do you want us to go?
It's a really nice, so let's walk over there. There's fantastic hikes all around Arad.
So, tell
That's
me...
one. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
because if you see, like, Arad is on this like hill,
Yeah.
So all the trails it's a circumference around the whole of Arad.
And just for my orientation, where is the Dead Sea?
The Dead Sea is right up, in fact, come here, you can see the sunrise on the Dead Sea. Over there.
Ah, yeah, I see
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beautiful. And every desert in Israel is different.
Tal en Yahya hebben al een jarenlange vriendschap. Yahya is een van de weinigen uit zijn stad die besloot dat Israël niet de vijand is en hij ging daarom in het Israëlische leger. Dat werd hem in zijn geboortestad niet in dank afgenomen.
So not a lot of the community was behind it. We've received a lot of resistance, but I believe we're doing good.
What about your family?
The family was, I was not in contact with my family at first when I drafted. But then my company commander called my mother and he asked her, do you know that your son is in the army? And she said, no, you probably got the wrong number. And then he explained to her that I drafted to the military and then we re-established the connection.
Wow. But still, it's a hard decision. You know, your family, you know, your hometown is against it, your family is not really supporting you, but still you do it.
Yes, but still, it's the right thing to do. And I've maybe chosen the path less taken, yes, but I've seen many more Israeli Arabs follow in my footsteps.
Yeah, miracles still happen.
How long have you had the dogs now?
Since 2014.
14.
Yeah.
So they're 8 years old.
Yeah.
Even older, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah,
When did you get
They're
old?
eight, no, they're eight. They were both, I got them both at 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Munchkin, you got Munchkin at 6 months?
Yeah.
She was such a troublemaker.
She was terrible. She'd run around the city of Arad just on her own. Uh-oh, she be. Oh, there's a Bedouin or
Oh, there's a dog.
Ik merk bij Yahya dat hij niet haatdragend is, maar dat hij wil strijden tegen onrecht. Door op allerlei manieren de waarheid aan het licht te brengen. Dat Israël niet de vijand is, maar dat dat vijandbeeld een gevolg is van jarenlange indoctrinatie. Ook Yahya had hier in zijn jeugd mee te maken.
So what was your opinion about Israel and about politics maybe back then?
Opinion about Israel was definitely negative, unfortunately, because of the lies that I was told as a kid growing up. My only source of information was my parents, the mosque, TV, and school. And none of those sources either didn't know or was broadcasting the wrong information. This is not a unique case to me. This is Arabs in Israel and especially Arabs around the world. It's a worldwide problem. There's a lot of misconceptions about Israel and I unfortunately grew up with a negative image. But
can you give an example about this negative image?
A good example would be in my school. We never learned about the Holocaust. The only line we were taught was told by my religion teacher. He told us that Hitler did a good thing. And that was the only education that we got about the Holocaust. History-wise, suddenly the world's history would begin only after 1948 for some reason. They would not refer to Israel by its name. They would call it the Zionist entity, the occupation. This is demonizing words. The occupation was definitely mentioned many times.
Yeah, when did this change come in your life? That you realized maybe things are a little bit different than what I was told?
It started in Tel Aviv. I went to work. I was in high school. I went to work in Tel Aviv. I was not able to speak Hebrew. I met my Jewish peers and they were people just like me, teenagers. We were working in a hotel. We had the same problems in life. I connected with them.
Was it first time for you to meet Jewish people?
Yes, unfortunately, right now, currently in Israel, the situation that we face is that Jews and Arabs don't mix unless it's a checkpoint or it's something like that. Somebody has to really go out of their way to meet the other side, which I think it must be changed.
Yeah, so you went to Tel Aviv and you met people there and then?
I met my Jewish coworkers. One of my best friends was a religious Jewish religious guy. We really bonded and everything changed when one day I was about to go home. I finished my shift and this Chabad rabbi comes to me and he starts telling me about Tal Olav and the Etrog. This was just before Sukkot. He was telling me about the blessings and how important it is. He thought I'm Jewish. Now, keep in mind, I don't speak Hebrew very well, so I was just smiling and shaking my head. And my entire life, I was told, beware of the Jews, beware of how you're going to be treated because of who you are and where you come from, and
so
especially...
weren't you scared of the Jews then?
I would say nervous of how I would be treated. And they said especially be aware of the religious ones because, the worst. And here I am. I'm in front of a religious man, and I just told him I'm not Jewish. So I expected a negative response. And what he told me changed my life. He looked me straight in the eyes and said, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not. What matters is that you're a good person. And suddenly this light bulb just comes on in my head, and I realized a couple of hours after that conversation, I realized that maybe everything I was told about Israel and the Jewish people is not right. And I went back to the hotel. I was talking with my friends about politics, which was a taboo thing that Israelis and Arabs, Jewish and Arabs, don't talk about together.
But you started the conversation about
I don't exactly remember who started the conversation. I think it was me because I was very intrigued and what was going on. Suddenly I realized there is an Israeli side to the conflict that I've never heard about before. They showed me videos of Hamas firing rockets from mosques and houses and this, which is something that was never shown to me. And this was the tip of the line, and I just kept on going. And here I am today.
Voor Yahya was het een ontdekking dat hij leerde dat Israël niet de vijand was en dat hij als Arabier zelfs vriendschappen kon hebben met Joden. Een ander voorbeeld van vriendschappelijke samenwerking vinden we in Barkan, waar in het bedrijf van Yotam Antikovich Joden en Palestijnen samenwerken.
So here's your office.
Yeah, it's not an office really. We're not office people, but yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, how long have you been working here at the factory?
This is my family's factory. We've been here for the past 15 years. I started as a small bakery in Ra'anana. We had bakeries before that in the States. And it became to what it is today for the past, ever since we moved to Balkan. It's been, prosperity has been really good here, and we've been managing to get bigger and bigger for the past 10, 12 years.
What was the reason that you specifically moved here to Ariel?
Around 10, 12 years ago, we were looking for a place that we can build a bigger factory. And in Israel, it's very hard to find places, and they started building a new industrial area in this area. And we decided to give it a try and move here. And we found this place, and it was really, really comfortable. The workers here are amazing. The area is amazing. The temperature, the whole atmosphere is really, really good.
Do you know that this place is regarded by the international community as being occupied?
Occupied, yeah, I heard about that.
So, what is the reason that you, as an Israeli company, come here and put your company in this place?
Because it's a perfect place to connect between both the civilizations and give prosperity to the other side as well. And through work and prosperity, you get peace.
Yeah, because what do you mean by that? By bringing the both groups together? You mean Jewish people, Palestinian people?
Yes, exactly.
How do you do that as a company?
Prosperity, exactly that way. You bring people here, you give them jobs, you give them work, you take them out of terrorism, and you give them a chance for the families to prosper, to teach their kids, to make money. And that's how you get
how many Palestinians are working in your
200.
company? 200 people. But in total, how many people, including Israelis, Palestinians?
About 250.
Okay, so most part of the people here are Palestinians.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the jobs that they're doing?
Everything from managers of different sections of the company to production to the warehouses. They do everything around here.
So what about the wages of the Palestinians in comparison to Jewish people who are working here?
All the Palestinians get regular salaries, just like Israelis are entitled to all the benefits that Israelis get. they get above average salaries, and they're entitled to all the benefits that they don't get in all the other areas that they come from, and
so they earn the same.
They earn even more.
They earn even more.
Yes,
so
because
why is it more?
They don't have to pay what us Israelis have to pay in title of taxes.
So for the Palestinians who are working here, what is their motivation to work in a Jewish factory and not in an Arab factory?
There's a big difference in wages. In Palestinian territories, they get around 7 or 8 shekels an hour. Here they get, the minimum is 30. We have here doctors that finished in universities in Palestinian territories. We have engineers, we have everything from everything, and all of the high class, and in their areas they don't get enough money to prosper. That's why they'd rather focus probably on their families and on themselves, and how to make money and make their lives better through this way.
We sometimes hear on the media about terror attacks happening. Did you ever have something happening here in the company with the 200 Palestinian workers that you have here?
Here in the company, not at all. We had something around 3 or 4 years ago here in this area. A terror attack that happened. On that same day, all of our workers, they closed the factory, they guarded this area, and because at the end of the day, this is their bread and butter. This is where they work, this is where they live, and we all feel like family, and if something would happen to them, just like if something would happen to us, it would hurt us all.
So you trust them?
Of course.
Yeah, you do.
Als we door de bakkerij lopen, vraagt Yotam ons om de Palestijnse medewerkers op afstand te filmen, niet met ze te praten en hun gezichten onherkenbaar in beeld te brengen. Dat doet hij vanwege de veiligheid. Het is voor deze mensen een risico als algemeen bekend wordt dat zij in een Israëlische fabriek werken. Een risico waaraan Yotam hen niet wil blootstellen. We zijn terug in Arad, bij Yahya en Tal. Het is voor hem niet makkelijk om tegen vrienden en familie in te gaan. Tijdens onze wandeling vertelt Yahya hoe hij in de tijd van ISIS als tiener wilde opstaan tegen onrecht.
When he was a kid, and there was all this fanatical Islam stuff going on, in his town, there was a Daesh, an ISIS sign on their municipality. So Yahya thinks, you know what, I'm going to go and destroy that. So he destroys it, and not only that, he videos himself and puts it up on Facebook.
Lots of people got very angry because of you raised the ISIS sign, which again, ISIS was killing lots of Muslims and lots of people, non-Muslims in Syria. Like this was the height of ISIS, which I find very surprising that people were against what he did.
We're right here next to the city hall in my city, and I just found out we have an ISIS sign. So what we're gonna do now we live in a democratic state. We don't support terrorists.
But then what happened? You put a video that you destroyed the sign, and
we destroyed the sign. We raised it.
I called him. I said, "Take it off. They're going to be, because he was. This is Yahya. Now he's different because he's older. But if he sees injustice,
it needs to be fixed.
He'll do it, and that's what I admire. One of the things I admire about it."
Tal volgde Yahya op Facebook en toen ze zag dat hij bedreigd werd, nam ze contact met hem op.
I mean, I don't know how many death threats he got. I knew it was a very hostile environment. And the thing with Yahya, like, he's very courageous. And he doesn't, like I said, if he sees an injustice, he'll just do what he wants to do.
And forgetting the danger.
Yeah, and sometimes I think he's different now because he's been in the army, right? Very astute about everything. But as someone who's a little bit older, then I just thought, you know what, death threats should be taken seriously. Never, never, never. If somebody threatens your life, then that's no joke.
No.
Yahya neemt deel aan allerlei discussies en gesprekken met mensen die kritisch staan tegenover Israël.
I've met some people that are very willing to have a dialogue. Other people are just the new anti-Zionist is the anti-Zionist is like the new anti-Semitism. It's like we're not anti-Jewish, we're just only anti-Zionist. It's a blatant lie. Lots of people are with good intentions that really want to seek justice in the world, and some people mislead them into shouting this slogan or boycotting that product and doing that, which really helps, which really hurts relationships like Tal and I have. I know of many Arabs and Jews who work together. I mean, we live here. Like this is not an advertisement.
You don't have a choice.
We live here. It's not like we're gonna stop filming and then I'm gonna go back to somewhere. Like we live here, and we really need people to understand.
Sorry, wait a minute, guys. I just got to get this little bird. Thank you. Okay, come and see this.
Yahya, we were talking about you advocating for Israel in different ways. In the news we hear a lot about boycotting, that countries are calling to boycott Israel. What is your viewpoint as an Arab on this?
Well, boycotting is definitely not the way forward. One good example would be SodaStream. There was a lot of Jews and Arabs, Palestinians working together at that factory, and because of BDS and boycott, that factory, which was called the Island of Peace, got shut down. So I think boycotting is not the way forward. It does only damage, nothing good comes out of boycott. And it's really a shame, because I do believe that people want to help, just this is not the way.
No. What about average Palestinians who get their job in, for example, an Israeli settlement? If you, as an Arab, because you know many Palestinians, you would ask them face to face, what do you think about the BDS movement, about the boycott? What would they say?
Well, first and foremost, the BDS movement does not exist in Arabic. Most Palestinians don't know the BDS movement exists, which is very ironic because they speak in their name.
De BDS-beweging wil opkomen voor de rechten van de Palestijnen. Maar de realiteit is dat juist diezelfde Palestijnen de dupe zijn van de gevolgen van een boycott van Israël. Sterker nog, de Palestijnen weten niet eens dat de BDS-beweging namens hen spreekt.
If you think about it really hard, it's very hypocritical.
Why?
Why? Because thinking about it, instead of helping them out, let them work, let them have more jobs, let them prosper, let them and try to understand that work is what brings peace. The people all over Europe, the BDS, decide that work, don't let them work, don't let any products coming from this area be sold in Europe, and that's what's going to help. No, that's not what helps. Work, prosperity, and that's what brings quiet.
That's what brings quiet and peace in the end also?
Exactly, that's what you see here. Usually politics is what brings wars. Look at it over the years, that's what happens.
Make cookies, that's better.
Make cookies, make cakes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
As a Jewish community, Israeli citizens, it's our duty, and also for our own good, that we embrace and we support these young Arab people, because they find themselves in a difficult situation. So by doing that, look, it's a ripple effect, okay? So Yahya now, in his town, there's other Arabs who are enlisting. So I think as Jews, we have responsibility. And it's like Yahya took that banner, what do you say, the torch?
Yeah.
And he passes it on. And that's my dream. That's always been my dream. It's so fluffy, right? But that's my idea of expanding coexistence.
Right.
Na de aanslag op haar leven heeft Tal alle reden om haatdragend te zijn tegen Palestijnen. In plaats daarvan zoekt ze juist de verbinding. Om jonge Arabieren zoals Yahya te helpen om op te staan tegen leugens, onrecht en haat. Omdat dit de enige weg is naar vrede, vrijheid en veiligheid.